There we go.
Oh, there we go.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, so maybe we will make that a real. Awesome. That was awesome. Welcome everybody. We are the Gas Bags. Tulio not with us tonight. He's working the Bellarmine game tonight at ESPN 680, burning the midnight oil. So I'm Nick Valvano. He is
Jason Jenkins.
Yes, we will just be a two-man show tonight. Shout out to our man Justin Sofro for helping us get this up on ESPN Louisville Plus. I'm going to talk some sports, going to do what we do best, which is eat food. We always do it on the take, the show behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Actually, I told him I'd be ready at 6:30.
You did.
I did.
That was actually via your request.
Via my request. And then I saw him post to Twitter. It never got confirmed. He posted a Twitter post saying that we'll be ready to go at 7. So I was like, all right, cool. And then I left the studio. Jeanette asked me to pick up some groceries. So I did, trying to get those brownie points, some holiday brownie points. This is the third night of Hanukkah, so I'm expecting some Hanukkah presents soon.
Right. How's the menorah going?
It's actually funny you mentioned that because Jeanette last night was like, oh crap, I haven't lit the menorah and it's night 3 of Hanukkah.
Oh, at all?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, we can go light it in a second. And I was like reading something. And I got into this thing I was reading, and then I was like, all right, we can go light the menorah. She's like, I'm cozy. I'm in bed. I found my spot to sleep. Sorry, we'll just hit up night 4 of Hanukkah tomorrow. So, we have not sung anything. I did learn how to say the prayer for Hanukkah last night.
Oh, wait.
Like, I knew a little bit of it. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to offend our Hebrew listeners. But I actually knew most of it.
One of our larger demographics.
Yeah, we're big with the Jewish community, Jakey and I. All of this kosher we're going to eat tonight, by the way. And tonight we are going to be eating Little Debbie holiday Christmas treats, which I had no idea there were so many.
Yep.
Janky, as
there's
always.
6 varieties.
6 varieties. And there's a couple on there that I'm really excited about getting into.
I mean, the Christmas tree is...
Oh, the Christmas tree's goated.
Yeah.
The Christmas tree is a top Mount Rushmore Little Debbie treat.
Yeah.
I think we both agreed on that
Absolutely.
the last time we did the...
we didn't even get to have them because we did it at a time when the Christmas tree wasn't out.
They weren't in season. We did it during the summer. And
they have to harvest the Christmas trees at specific times to be able to package them and get them out to us.
Right. Yeah. And the soil has to be right and everything like that.
It would have been way too early at that point to be eating.
No, they wouldn't have been ripe. They wouldn't have been ripe at all. But that was a fun episode we did.
No,
we literally got
it was
every
2.
Single,
remember?
Yeah,
it was 2 full episodes.
2 whole episodes, and we did what, like 30 Little Debbie
33
treats? You did every single one.
Debbies.
Janky shelled out like $80 at least to buy all these treats.
Well,
probably more than that.
I think Kroger had a deal. I don't think it was that, but it was. I mean, we paid money. But
did the guy give you a funny look? Like, are you trying to put yourself in a diet coma? Like, do you need help? Because you're like a fit guy.
It was
like
an interesting
if
checkout.
I went and bought like a shit ton of like Little Debbies, the guy just might be like, he's just a fat fuck. Like that's a Saturday. Like you though are kind of svelte and you got the muscles and everything.
I think they assume that I have kids. I mean, I do, but I think they assume I have a lot the kids.
Okay.
Because I'll end up.
They look at your muscles and go, he's fertile.
I'll end up with the last time I went to the grocery, I think I had like 9 bags of chips, and I bought one for me. The rest are for the freaking
rest
kids.
are for the kids who just gobble them up. So, there's 6 different holiday treats we're gonna eat later on in the show. I went to get groceries. I then went to the pharmacy. I then hit traffic. I did what Nick Valvano does best, and I showed up right on time.
Absolutely.
We were supposed to be on the air. So I got here at 6:58. We're supposed to go on at 7. We had about 10 minutes of mic hiccups and everything like that. Sofro guiding us through them. And then we go on camera, and I didn't realize I looked like a hipster douchebag. I didn't know that was the vibe I was going for today. Janky looking great, athletic as always, svelte in his athletic Adidas U of L football T-shirt.
Man, that's what we're doing, right?
I forget that now it's a video
medium.
Right. And so I get on camera and I'm like, oh shit, I'm wearing what I wear at the radio station, which I mean, I'm not wearing sweatpants, so I'm above 75% of the office already. But I'm wearing a Rangers jersey.
Are those not those aren't sweatpants?
No, they're not. They're like corduroys.
Okay.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
They're
like a dress pant.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've actually worn these at the restaurant before in a pinch. So I'm wearing those, but I'm wearing a Rangers jersey from the Winter Classic like 10 years ago. I have my lanyard on that we were going to use for the mics. That kind of clashes with the jersey. Underneath is the original Gas Bags softball jersey,
which is just a T-shirt.
There.
Let's be serious.
Which is just a T-shirt.
We did end up with jerseys. I actually have mine back in the closet.
I was going to say, we Doc got us real jerseys.
Yep.
Jeff Greer, who started the team with me many moons ago, this was the original jersey we had. It's peeling on the back. And I have a Guggenhaus brewery from Indy, which Andy gave me a recommendation to check out. It's fabulous if you're ever in the 317. I'm wearing that toque right now, which I thought about taking off, and then I have horrible hat hair. So that's what we got going. All right, so enough about the shenanigans behind the scenes. We should probably get into some sports. The big story, and the one that was on the tease, I guess, if you will, that Sofro put out earlier, is the discussion of Dylan Raiola.
Yeah.
And the transfer portal obviously opening. Well, not
opens. We got some time, but everybody's declaring.
Yeah, we have quarterbacks declaring.
They're saying in January 2nd, I'm available.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So they're already kind of coming out declaring for the draft. A lot of names out there: DJ Lagway of Florida, Brendan Sorsby of Cincinnati, Sam Levitt, Arizona State.
Yeah,
Levitt seems to be throughout the day. I watched a couple of podcasts and videos from On3 and Rivals and Chuck and Philbo or whatever. Yeah. Just trying to get an idea of what the pulse was for all these quarterbacks going out. And I don't know. I want to get your opinion on it. I haven't quite formed mine on Raiola. I don't have really positive thoughts about Lagway.
I have none actually.
He turned the ball over so much last year. If you want to blame
he's big.
Yeah, he's big. If you want to blame that on Billy Naps, I don't think it's completely his fault. But I was hearing reports that when Summerall came in, it was like, "Hey, I want you to compete for the job," and he was like, "Deuces." Yeah. I on one hand, I understand, get your money, kid. If you feel like, "Hey, I've been the starter, I have nothing else to prove," okay. But on the other hand, when you have a season that you did last year, which had you losing to Kentucky, right? And you have a season where you have 19 total turnovers, maybe he's just trying to kind of put you in check. You could look at that as a red flag. Not a big fan of him. Sorsby, I don't know, deep ball threat, seems to be pretty accurate, but it seems like he's a lock for Texas Tech. His girlfriend just signed there to play volleyball. That's what everyone's kind of saying. It seems like it's either Texas Tech or LSU with Sorsby.
I would bet Texas Tech first, and then well, obviously the girlfriend has something to do with it. We saw how that worked out for Carson Beck.
Right.
And but at the same time, you're looking at LSU is probably going to have competitive money for him. But if Texas Tech wants him, they have him.
Yeah.
But they've got God money.
Yeah, and they're going to be weapons around him. They got a good GM structure, good NIL there. You got to think that you're going to be surrounded by talent on both sides of the ball. So
they're in the college football playoffs currently. They're LSU is going to have to get there. Not that Kiffin's got a track record that he can't do it. In 2 years he was right on the outside and in. So Kiffin's probably going to have LSU there fairly quick. I don't know that it's next year.
Yeah, but I don't know. I maybe I'm drinking too much Lane Kool-Aid, but I just feel with that crazy $25 million budget they're giving him every year,
right?
And also his acumen, getting Ole Miss to the CFP this year. I feel like they're going to be good.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't know how long $25 million a year is sustainable, because it's not that there's not return on investment with the ability to be in the college football playoffs, the money earned from that, the increased revenue at home games, even though I don't know how much more that really goes up.
I don't know.
I don't know how they're getting $25 million every year, but good on them.
Yeah, no,
I don't
boosters.
I don't think of LSU.
I
don't think of LSU when I think of a school that has just an infinite amount of wealthy donors that can continually do this forever. When you look at Texas Tech's got, again, like I said last time, that whole school's centered around finding oil.
Yeah.
So literally why it was founded is for people to learn how to find oil in the ground.
Yeah.
So that's different money, man. Just is what it is.
They also have good infrastructure in place and a GM and everything like
that.
Yeah. So there's that aspect.
How crazy is it that their coach was simply just a Texas high school football coach prior? Like,
I mean,
like a good one,
yeah, still,
like a good one, but still, like that's wild, man.
No, it is. It's a different stratosphere than what we have here locally, just in terms of resources and everything. And that's not a shot at the locals. It's not a shot at the Cards or Cats or anything like that. It just is what it is. But that kind of leads us to the quarterback in question, which is Dylan Raiola of Nebraska. I don't know where to form my opinion on it because, as often is the case, as Andy brought up on the take today, noon to 3 on ESPN 680, 105.7. Check us out. Check us out on the podcast center as well if you missed today's show, as well as the other show that I'm a part of, Middays with Marcus Maben, 10 to noon on 93.9 The Ville. Both podcasts, both shows, oftentimes, as Andy points out, make me feel like a divorced child. Like I have one parent saying one thing and I have another parent saying another thing. At the end of the show, Steve Rummage went on a diatribe about how he is going to be Goku Super Saiyan if Louisville lands Dylan Raiola. On the other hand, Andy, not a big fan of Matt Rule, not a big fan of the antics of Dylan Raiola with the Patrick Mahomes bit, doesn't really like him. So I don't know where I'm trying to form my own opinion and everything, but with that said, what are your thoughts on it?
So huge jump from year 1 to year 2 in accuracy, right?
Right.
Becomes a much more accurate passer. We don't get to see a full year. I was trying to look and see when he actually broke his leg.
Yeah. Is it tibia or fibia?
It's a break, so it's not bad. 11-1 is when it looks like, which would have been the USC loss.
Okay.
So, he made it through 3/4 of the year. Pretty good. I mean, good year, right? Like he had, 16 or 19? He had 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He had 72% completion rate, 2,000 yards in 3/4 of the year. So you figure in some way he's like 2,700, just shy of 3,000 probably for the whole year. Big improvement, which as far as completion percentage, 5% is a lot. The reduction of interceptions from 11 to 6, and you figure even then maybe he throws 1 or 2 within inside of the last 3 or 4 games.
Right.
But 8, dropping it down from 11 to 8's an improvement.
And comparing that to Lagway's 15.
Yeah, who just, Lagway's just giving the ball away all the time.
Yeah, and now again,
I don't think he's a good decision maker. I think he's a physically talented guy. I think he's got, but he's got a lot more work, and he'd be a junior. So or I guess maybe did he get the red shirt qualification?
I thought it was a red shirt.
Yeah, he may be a full on red shirt. I was just breezing over him because I don't take him as a serious. I hope that we don't end up with him.
Okay.
There's where that is.
Answer.
I hope we don't end up with him.
Okay.
I would. Oh God, I'm gonna say this. It's gonna suck. I'd rather have Cutter Boley.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, we can get to Cutter Boley.
But I would rather. I think I would rather have Cutter Boley as our quarterback than DJ Lagway.
Now, why would you say that? Because on one hand, look, when I was coming up with brainstorming a list of people that kind of came to mind.
I don't want either one of them.
Before people started declaring, number 1, my first one was Sagapua.
Absolutely.
Cal. He was my number 1 choice.
Yeah.
If I could ask Santa for a quarterback for my team, it would have been him. And then I was kind of thinking, I was like, would Cutter be in my top 5? And I mean,
he's not in mine, but again, he's not. Neither is Lagway. Sagapua is my first. But I don't think he may not even leave.
No.
More than is what it looks like. And even on top of that, the next person I like the most. Again, I really like the true freshman starters of JKS and then Malik Williams at Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like he might be really settled in and staying there too. I don't really know why, but he is. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I don't know what their NIL scene is there or anything like that.
I mean, they have Under Armour.
Yeah.
For what that's worth. I don't know if the Rock's kicking in on that. I doubt it. But like I like him better. I like there. I mean, there are other guys that I like better, but I don't know that all of them. I don't know what Darian Mintz is going to do. You figure he went to Duke to play on a bigger stage than Tulane. The coach that gave him a shot as a freshman is now at Florida. Maybe Mensah ends up at Florida. Who knows? Maybe he's happy at Duke. He might be. And then, of course, there's other stuff. There's other people too. And I don't particularly love him, but he was the highest rated recruit at his quarterback, I'm pretty sure, last year, Underwood. And with all the just craziness that's happening at Michigan, you don't know that he's going to be happy with what shows up there or the style of offense. You would think that the guy that's coming would have some sort of thought pattern around having this potential extreme talent, but you don't know that he wants to do. But what if it's Scott Satterfield, right? Like what if Scott Satterfield fails up?
That would be
what if Scott Satterfield fails up to Michigan?
That would be well, Blank would become a Michigan man.
Absolutely.
So, I mean,
I don't think he's going to. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, what if it's a guy like him that really doesn't really develop a quarter? I think Sorsby was Sorsby before he played for Scott Satterfield.
So you think like Satterfield like kind of stagnated his career, or?
I don't think he helped him.
No. I mean,
I don't think he. Again,
from the 5 minutes of Cincinnati football I watched this season,
opening game versus Nebraska.
Yep, that was basically it. I think I watched maybe one quarter after that. Yeah, that was basically it. I mean, Sorsby's a deep ball threat, relatively accurate.
Yeah, pretty good arm.
Yeah, like he seems like he'd be a fun quarterback to have. Like going back to Raiola, is he a quarterback that you think would fit in a Jeff Brohm system? And I mean, he doesn't seem like like
he's not
threat, but
he's not. He doesn't look mobile as all. No, he's not like dangerously mobile.
I think he's got movable legs, like
right. Those kind of people, I believe, because I'm about to do this, like Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Please, I'm not doing this on purpose. I don't love this, but in that, like, Mahomes isn't a dangerous runner. He's smart in the pocket, and he moves himself in the right way. He's not, like, blazing fast or anything like that. He just manipulates the pocket and the field the right way. And if a person that's not got extreme speed and has some body to them, because having some body to you, being 6'3", 230 is a good thing. You're hard to bring down.
Yeah, right.
Right? Like, it's just more difficult because Ben Roethlisberger, there's a better one. Yeah. Ben Roethlisberger was slow as Christmas, man.
Right.
But he was so big and daunting to bring down at 250 to 280 at the end. I don't know.
Yeah.
But just this massive human being, it's hard to bring down. So, there's some benefits to that. And if you're willing to stand in the pocket because you are bigger and you can take a little bit more punishment, maybe what Brohm wants to do will work better for you.
Oh, see, that's the thing also, though. And the other name that I've seen, and we talked about it a little bit in the bullpen between the shows, Rummage and Andy, was the Old Dominion quarterback, Colton Joseph, I think is his name.
He's like playing right now.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
they're in a bowl game right now. Which I don't know. You might be able to hear on our airwaves. I need to look at the promo sheet because I know we got Bellarmine going on right now. How do I want to phrase this question? Because Lincoln Riley is a much more respected coach, I would say, than Matt Rule, right?
No, I agree.
He's got multiple Heisman.
We're about to have the conversation about how Lincoln Riley doesn't impress me.
Well, okay, but I'm saying like Andy is really not impressed with Matt Rule. I'm not as down on him as I would say. Andy is, but they're having a conversation right now on Twitter, Rummage and Andy and everything like that, talking about Matt Rule. And Rummage's argument is Brohm is better than Matt Rule. But isn't that also a little bit of the, I don't want to say the trick, because I don't think anybody was trying to trick anybody, but wasn't that also kind of a narrative that we were kind of trying to use last year
with Miller Moss was like, well, Brohm can get something out of this kid that Lincoln Riley couldn't. And then a lot of people, before we saw a snap, were saying, like, hold on a second. Andy Staples, for instance, of On 3, who put the list out and didn't put him as a top 10 quarterback in the ACC.
I think we got more. I think we got more out of him than I think we got more out of him. I think we could have gotten even more. Again, I have a viewpoint around our play calling and some of that not everybody probably shares. Like, again, I'm in the situation that we're in right now and the line that we had, because, again, we don't know what next year's line is.
No, right. And Rummage and I actually were talking to each other when we were trying to, I don't want to say delude ourselves, but we were kind of like trying to compare and contrast. Mm-hmm. And Rummage was like, look, I went on the message boards. A lot of fans felt like he was the sacrificial lamb for them losing, and they didn't agree with him getting benched. And Rummage and I were like, hey, maybe he'll have a better offensive line here at Louisville than he had at USC. And that did not turn out to be the case.
Again, I don't think we had a bad offensive line. I think we had an offensive line that needed help.
Okay.
And needed help through scheming. And you saw how well, if we schemed, the Miami game format was applicable. The Kentucky game format was applicable for the whole schedule. The whole thing. Run first. Get the defense on its heels with pounding it down their throat, make them uncomfortable in that, and then pick your shots where you need them. You don't need – Miller Moss clearly had a flaw, right? Yeah. His deep ball sucked.
His deep ball did suck.
However, you can game around that, especially when you have runners, when you have Isaac Brown, when you have Kewan Brown, when you have Duke Watson, when apparently the freshmen that we have were also serviceable options to run in for. So what if the freshmen split 5 carries a game?
Well, maybe,
to give them a spell, right?
But maybe they weren't ready at that point. You know, I mean,
we said the same thing about Isaac Brown when we saw him emerge last year.
That's fair.
Is that maybe he wasn't ready? We don't really know, and we're not gonna know. Does everybody need adjustment time? Yes, but if you just put them in, like I said, if you're splitting 3 to 5 carries in a game, are you really sacrificing that much? If he goes in and he gets 2 to 3 yards,
I don't know, like the rhythm. I'm not, I don't know about these guys in practice. Like, I mean, I don't completely disagree with what you're saying. I don't know with the health of everybody and everything that was going on this season. Like, but it did in that UK game. It did look like, well, damn, these guys could have maybe helped us throughout the season a little bit. Like, I mean, they rattled off. I don't know how much of that was just the next man up mentality. How much of that was the rivalry. I don't know, but no, I mean, I think this is something you brought up before, been a little bit critical of the scheme, I would say.
Right, and with our receivers, not that Chris Bell's not a deep ball threat, because I think he is. I think he's got
his whole career. He had big playability.
Superb. Well, I think there's a difference between big playability, because you saw big playability in the Miami game. And, the ball, one of his touchdowns that he caught 7 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a big play, right? But it was on a little slant, and he just took it. Okay, that's a big play. That's a worthy thing to talk about. Moss needed to be able to set that in. Now you still got to keep the defense back. You can't let them all crowd in. So you're going to have to take somewhere between 5 to 7 shots downfield. Downfield. But I don't think we had specifically the horses for that. What was the kid that we got from NC State? Now I'm not going to remember his name. 15, and I don't know why I can't remember his name.
Sorry.
But
I'm liking too.
So the kid from NC State that we got, he was probably a legitimate deep ball kind of receiver, but we weren't going to be able to get it to him very often. So you take those chances strategically. You're waiting in your mind as the play caller. Again, the Brohms are infinitely better than I am, to a degree that I could never hope to. Yeah. I couldn't hope to obtain the knowledge that they have in football and execute what they do for the rest of my life. I could be 65. I'm not going to be there. At the same time,
I'd be right there with you.
You can sit there and watch it and go, hey, listen, I watched games where this worked, and I know that it's applicable across the board. And Raiola probably fits that.
I mean,
again, we're getting a guy that's much more accurate than Miller Moss was, right?
A bigger body also. I'm not saying that equals. I don't want to say toughness because that's always a damning statement to say about an athlete. But maybe somebody that has a bigger build could feel more comfortable taking hits. I haven't watched a ton of Nebraska football, so I don't want to speak out of school and Cornhusker 69 would be like, no, this guy shies away from contact. What are you talking about? But when you say he has a bigger frame, maybe he could stand in the pocket with a little bit more confidence than Miller Moss got skittish this year. I feel like that. I'm not saying the kid's soft or anything like that. He played through an injury,
right,
and played in the Governor's Cup. I'm certainly not saying that, but he played skittish at times.
I believe so.
I feel like that's a fair criticism to say throughout the year. So maybe this guy, if they're not able to bolster the trenches a little bit.
I don't care. Again, which we should. However, again, we've had people talk about, like Justin Jeffries has said on Strebel's show, and you've heard Biscuit talk about it. Every offensive lineman is better at run blocking because they've done it more.
Yeah, right.
Now, are they better at your scheme of run blocking? No, that's not always true. However, they're all better at run blocking because
they do it in high school.
They do it in high school. There's infinitely less great passers in high school. So, like, their skill set is listed in that. So when we talk about that, and we have the running back room that we have, because Keywan's not going anywhere. There's one right there. Keywan went somewhere. He came back. He spent the spring in Boise. He came back because this works better.
Right.
I think Isaac's pretty entrenched here.
I don't know about that.
Duke Watson, do I think he could be bought away? Yeah, I think he could be bought away. But it's going to be a lot of money, and then you just kind of got to throw your hands up in the air and be like, all right, man.
I hate to say it just after – this isn't completely their fault. They were injured and everything like that, but I don't see – I see maybe one of them returning, and I think it might be Keywan. I think Duke and Isaac are going next year.
No, I think Keywan is absolutely here. My guess would be that Duke is gone.
I think both him and
that would be gone. If
I were to make a prediction, I could see Isaac going somewhere in the ACC.
So we can see some of the chat stuff. And Danny Grace, if we get Raiola, does he switch to Lamar mannerisms?
That's funny. That's funny.
I assume that's sitting on the sidelines instead of Pit Vipers. Now he's going to be wearing Oakley M frames.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the brand of Lamar Jackson. So that's another thing. Like a lot of the people that are anti him, like not.
Does he buy a full red suit?
Well, I mean,
I think he should.
Here's the thing: when it comes to antics. If you win enough, people will tolerate them.
Correct. Yeah, nobody cares if you win. Absolutely.
I brought this up on the take today with Phil and Andy, and we had a good discussion about it.
I know Andy's totally out on any of the Mahomes mannerisms.
No,
because Raiola doesn't live up to what that is.
He walks like him. He has the haircut. He has the glasses. He kind of became a.
I have the haircut.
People laughed about it.
My hair's not curly, but my haircut is like Patrick Mahomes.
No, but you don't have the little razor thing.
Yeah,
on the
but
side.
like to some point. All right, so and this is something that I tell anybody that I've coached in baseball or anything else that I've ever coached. You got to play for two people.
Right.
You got to play for the kid that started, which, listen, if you're going to put lines in your hair because you as a kid, when you saw Patrick Mahomes, you were just so taken by how great he moved and how good he was and like just the aura around him. And if that's how you go play for him, if that's how you play for that 10 or 12-year-old, absolutely do it. Absolutely do it. And then play for the kid that's never going to play again. Play for the version of you that's going to get told that you don't get a jersey ever again. Those are the two people you play for every time you step on the field.
I like that. That's downright poetic, Jenky. I like that. That's pretty good. Look at you channeling like your inner Herb Brooks or whatever.
Right.
By the way, did you see randomly? Quick sidebar. Did you see the Rick Pitino thing with the sand?
I did not.
And he said that he was like, I don't think this was fake. I think it was good. He used an hourglass and said, eventually the sand is going to run out on your career, so make the most of it. I was like, damn. It's like, look at Ricky P.
I mean, most people when they walk out of high school will never put an athletic jersey on again to step on a field.
Yeah.
Most people. So cherish every second you got of it. And if someone wants to keep giving you a jersey, continue to play for the kid that wanted that jersey so bad that he put in the work to get there.
But see, okay, I like that. Fun of the game and everything. And I don't know enough about Raiola. Like, if he's just acting kind of douchey, I hate to say it. Like, but that's the thing. Like,
I get it.
It can come off as douchey if it's like fake swagger and everything like that. But if it's just fun and it's make fun of, like, it's easy to make fun of, but it's harmless, is what I'm saying. I think it's okay. But I brought this up with the guys today on the take. Like, Diego Pavia, someone said, looks like if Axe body spray was a person. And I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny. But it's also kind of true. I mean, and for a majority of the season, I feel like people loved him. He was winning.
Yeah.
Winning.
No, absolutely.
Like, if you can back up the swagger and everything like that, it's okay. It was only until
Johnny Manziel,
the end of the season, when he did the antics at the Heisman and they didn't make the CFP, and like he was bombastic about that people were kind of like, all right, stop it. Like easy does it. Like, they kind of soured on him a little bit. And like you said, Johnny Manziel, like, winning can cure a lot of that, but
turns out Johnny Manziel may or may not did absolutely have a full-on drug problem.
Well,
that may have led to something.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying, like, on one hand, are his antics just annoying, or are they detrimental? And then the second part of the question Brohm doesn't strike me as a guy that would really tolerate that. I mean, he doesn't really. I mean, okay.
Hold on.
Perfect example.
Brohm made a Top Gun video.
Yeah, he did. But that was...
He was shirtless. He was the coach, shirtless in a Top Gun video down at the waterfront.
That's a good point. That was a good point.
So I don't know that he's going to not tolerate. Now, is he going to tolerate the antics if you're not focused in every other area?
Yeah, right.
Probably not.
Yeah, right.
However...
But if the guy's just wearing pit vipers and he's dialed in...
Right,
and,
who cares?
Again, like, it's fodder for all other rival fan bases and everything. And he'll even get made fun of by his own fan base, probably. But if it's harmless, I don't like it. Like, it could, I'd rather just speak softly and carry a big stick. Like, I never was really great at trash talk until I got to the beer league of hockey. And then I
then you figured it out.
Then you get a couple pops at me, but I wasn't doing that back in the day. I was more of the Andrew Luck school of kill him with kindness, and that would just kind of mind fuck people.
So
but but the other thing is, like, with Brohm, and he even made note of it during his coach's show this week. Remember the Penny Boone thing?
Yeah.
And how quickly he nipped that in the butt.
That was a totally different kind of antic.
No, I know, but I'm saying he doesn't strike me as...
Who was the defensive lineman? He ended up at...
Help us out, chat.
He ended up at Miami, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Same thing. Totally different kind of just bullshit behavior around money and stuff like that. Like, there's a difference, right? When you're lighthearted and lighthearted but a good teammate, like, that's one thing. But if you're a distraction, like a legitimate, like him wearing pit vipers, shaving his head, putting lines in the side of his hair,
walking like him,
who cares?
I mean,
like, that's what
I'm saying. I mean, with enough winning,
I don't even listen. He doesn't have to play for us. He doesn't have to win anywhere. He doesn't have to win for us. I don't care what he's doing with that section, right? Like, go perform. If you're, like, again, do whatever you want, whenever you want, and let your performance speak for it. If who you are isn't acceptable to people, you're not there to be accepted by everybody. You're there to play. And that doesn't mean you can't be yourself. That just means you can't give a shit what anybody thinks about your pit vipers or your haircut.
Yeah, but if those become a distraction, I feel like Brohm wouldn't tolerate it.
He doesn't strike me as the type of guy that would put up with antics that distract.
Again, if you're dialed in, who cares, right? I think that's what Brohm thinks.
Right.
If you're dialed in, who cares? Maybe you could have an argument around the idea of, maybe some of the, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to say discipline issues, but not discipline in the everybody's getting in trouble, but penalties.
Yeah.
That we have seemed to have been plagued by so far during the Brohm tenure. It's not been
That's a good
crisp
point.
And clean.
That's a good point.
So
and that was a problem consistent throughout the season. That was one that did not get better. So that's a good point. Like, I don't know if I don't think there's a culture issue, but I
don't either.
I don't either. At the same time, I don't know if you want to add something that could potentially be that. And just because he's walking around like Mahomes and trying to be
I don't think that's it.
Version of him. I'm not saying
I think
it's
that
detrimental. I'm just saying that
the Penny Boone situation is detrimental.
That can be divisive to a locker room.
That's a kill. This now.
I mean, just strictly business. If you're just strictly talking business, costing money, like demanding things, that can become a distraction and it can become very cancerous very quickly.
Yep.
So I know that those two things they're apples and oranges. They're not the same thing. We're talking about a goofy haircut and a guy that is
right.
Basically trying to get with a couple teams to like unionize in the locker room. Right. I mean, it was they weren't exactly the same thing.
Well, I know with Raiola, there's been some criticism around how he was committed, decommitted, like through different schools. Everybody knows how he ended up at Nebraska, right?
Oh, yeah, he's got an uncle, right?
Well, his dad played there, so did his uncle. His uncle was the coach.
Yeah, his uncle was a coach there.
I think his uncle was let go.
Yeah, and the writing was kind of on the wall at that point.
Even before that, his little brother had decommitted. But they all lived and breathed Nebraska football, but Nebraska wasn't good or didn't have the potential of being good. They saw Matt Rule as the potential to be good. Joke's on you. But they saw that and were drawn to it because they wanted Nebraska football to be good. That family does.
Right.
It's who they are.
It's in their lineage and everything.
Yeah.
And then when the dad got let go and the brother decommitted, it was like the worst kept secret that Raiola was going to enter the transfer portal as well.
Now, what's interesting is his uncle is an offensive line coach.
Right.
His dad was an offensive line. His dad played offensive line in the NFL.
Do they do the old Michael Porter Jr. type thing where, like, if Brohm wants to get wants to get Raiola, he has to take his dad.
He has to take his uncle.
His uncle. I mean,
he has to take his uncle as a consultant.
Yeah, maybe we'll see one of those things. I also
is that illegal? I don't even know if that's illegal anymore.
Who knows nowadays? It changes by the minute, it seems. The other thing, though, was without dipping my toe into the message boards. Right. HuskersRUs.com, like whatever.
I read some stuff from them today.
Okay, have you got the same sense that he wasn't well liked by his teammates? Because I saw that narrative going around, and again, that always kind of can come out when a guy leaves. It's part of the breakup. One of the friends comes out and says, "I never liked that bitch," he was an asshole. But like at the same time, I did kind of see that floated around. He wasn't the most popular guy.
I think when
you got to be everyone's friend, but.
You saw what I was trying to find is when the comments kind of started, there was a little bit of noise in the beginning of November when his little brother decommitted.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden it got real loud at the end of the season.
Okay. So,
maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Who knows?
Well, I mean, I could also see if he starts souring on the program. And with
right,
his family and his,
I mean, and you're looking at beginning of November too is when he breaks his leg.
Yeah. So
maybe he's not a good teammate with a broke leg.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just there was enough there.
He's not out doing his drills and clapping for everybody.
Well, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, when you're a leader, I mean,
sometimes you got to show up.
You got it. You just got to show up and be there for the boys.
Wasn't it Aaron Rodgers that did that? He was hurt and he showed back up. He was at all the practices anyway, sitting on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, and I mean,
they made a big deal about it, and then he's still mediocre in Pittsburgh, whatever.
He also, I mean, I don't know if
they're going to have a winning season.
I don't know if Aaron Rodgers
and Mike Tomlin's going to continue.
He's one of those guys that he comes off at times as like
like you want to be in a foxhole with him, and then other times it's like, man, I would hate playing for you. Like he was so like
Foxhole Aaron Rodgers is loaded with ayahuasca. That's who's in the foxhole with you. Ayahuasca Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that would help in combat.
How about
I've never been in combat.
How about?
I hope I'm never not, and I've never done ayahuasca, so I don't know if those two.
How about?
Have you done both?
I've not done ayahuasca. I would love to do ayahuasca. I'm just being honest with you. I realize that it's like a multi-day journey.
I was gonna say, you need to clear out like a weekend for that.
They have like ayahuasca retreats in Kentucky.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Maybe we should get sponsored by one. That would be.
If you are an ayahuasca retreat randomly watching us right now, and you want us to come,
whoa, wait, that's peyote, the drug, and it's payola or whatever.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's two different things.
When you just I always call it peyote, but it's payola. Whatever you ask.
We don't need anything for free.
What if we just get a bunch of drug offers?
Right.
By the way, any good comments coming in besides the fact that I look like a hipster douche as I get some water?
Let's see. Strebel said Raiola would go and tear his ACL just to complete his Mahomes transformation.
That's pretty good. I did hear him read that text earlier today. By the way, while you're going through the comments,
the Gatorade Player of the Year, Mr. Football, just from Owensboro High School, former Louisville commit, reversed to Vanderbilt. I've not seen that. I don't even know who the guy is.
No.
I had thought that the guy from Paducah, Tillman, may have won.
That's actually okay.
May have won. I thought he was winning Mr. Football, but maybe he didn't.
There was
the lineman.
There was something that reminded me when you brought up. This is how my mind works. Not on ayahuasca at the moment. Just on Zyn and soon to be. But that'd be snack cakes.
But to a point, they just got the Vanderbilt just pulled the best player in Kentucky for whatever that's worth. Out of Owensboro, or again for whatever that's worth.
Well, who is the?
And they just signed the number one quarterback in the class. I did see that.
Oh wow!
Again, schools you did not want to let just have money. Vanderbilt's fucking one of them, man.
Oh,
IU's one of them. You don't want them.
Oh, listen, they just took the kid from what? Cal or whatever.
Which
IU did?
I don't know. Technically they can't take everybody.
Well, yeah, but.
Are you talking about Mendoza, or are you talking about?
No. No. Cal Louisville. I'm blanking on his name. But yeah, they. We were talking about that in the bullpen a little bit too. But
I'm leery of 4 and 5 stars that played at 3A and lower competition during high school. If you're not playing at the highest level of high school competition, I don't care. Now, the kid in Owensboro played 5A. Okay. It's right under 6. We're close. If you're 3A and under, that's why for the most part, when Cutter Bowley was a 4/5 star, I was like, I don't care. He played at 1A Christian Academy of Lexington.
You're gonna piss off all the.
I don't care.
I
don't care.
The prospects.
It's just not.
At, what is Silver Creek now? Is Silver Creek 4A? Or
I don't know.
Alma Mater? I don't know.
They I know they moved up.
Yeah.
They were a 3.
Yeah,
I think they are.
We were like the smallest 3A in the state when I went there.
Yeah,
I think they're a 4A.
I think they're a 4A now.
Okay.
That whole area keeps growing, but even then, VJ King played 2A basketball in Ohio. We saw what that was. It was a 5-star. Congratulations, fantastic. You played against kids that didn't know what basketballs were 4 years ago.
I mean, it's not. Well, it's a tough one to push back on. There, it reminded me though when we said Vanderbilt and Diego Pavia leaving, because he's not going to get his 7th year of college or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Although I totally respect him for trying. I would have tried to get a 7th year of hockey eligibility if they let me. Would have taken Spanish 4 again. But I think when I was watching these videos about predictions, where's Sorsby going to go? Where's Lagway going to go? Where's Levitt going to go? Where's Raiola going to go?
Again, I think I'm very leery about some of that stuff. Even the reporting where I'm watching, Husker, what is it, Husker Nation or something like that, the article that I read. Let's see who Husker Corner. I mean, they ran
news source.
They did a whole thing on Raiola and how Louisville would be a good fit. They don't really know. They don't really know.
Well, no, I mean
they don't really know. These are all
like
blind guesses. Like I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
unless I know the kid personally, which it's gonna be like 30 possible kids, and like 28 of those play baseball.
Well, that just it reminded me of something, and it was the coaching carousel. And this idea that we've talked about consistently on the take with the coaching carousel when it was going on, because it was a crazy one, as I throw in my hour twos in.
Yep.
The trickle-down effect. And I was like, huh.
Right. Player A goes here, which forces player B to do this.
Levitt leaves Arizona State.
Yeah.
Who's going to go to Arizona State? Lagway leaves Florida. Now, that was reported, or there was murmurings that Summerall wanted to have an internal battle for the position. He wanted Lagway to prove himself. So maybe he thinks he has another quarterback on the roster right now.
Right.
New coach also might want to bring in one of his guys. We saw Brohm do that when he came here with Plummer.
Yep.
But there's going to be other vacancies that some of these other quarterbacks may want to go to.
Right. No, absolutely.
And it just made me think. I was
it's not just us.
It's not just us. There's going to be other vacancies at big programs that have, I hate to say it, and this, again, isn't meant to be a knock. It's
I don't
just
think
facts.
Arizona State's that big of a program.
Is what?
I don't think Arizona State's that big of a program.
No, but you know what has more resources in football than we do? Florida. Florida.
No,
does.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And that's that's not a
So
Lagway take.
Right. So Lagway leaves Florida. Who does Summerall really want to have there?
Right.
No. You're right.
Throw in Sorsby. I'm not saying Louisville's really interested in Sorsby, or if they're even kicking the tires. I heard they were kicking the tires on Lagway and Raiola. I didn't hear anything about Sorsby.
They're probably talking to everyone.
But Satterfield came out and basically said,
we can't afford him.
We can't afford him.
Yeah, we can't afford him.
So to me, that's like, okay, he's going someplace where he can make some money, not hating. And that's why I think that also kind of plays into the Texas Tech angle, not just the fact that his squeeze is going there. Like, I just, it's one of those things where.
I mean, I get the Carson Beck thing.
I mean, yeah, she is pretty.
Yeah, I get the Carson thing.
Yeah,
I got it. I get it, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know what Brendan Sorsby's girlfriend looks like, but she's a volleyball player, evidently. So I'm sure she's athletic.
Yeah.
Lovely girl.
Yeah.
We don't do appearance-based radio sometimes.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. All right. I think it's time we take we'll get into some basketball talk.
Yep.
Comment away, by the way, on the YouTube stream. You can also just at me, at Nicky Vespin on Twitter. Those are the best ways to be part of the show. We don't have a text line right now set up. But yeah, we can work in a couple of comments if you want to be part of the show.
The question is what do we eat? What are the first three?
I think
we go for gingerbread first because I think I want to get it out of the way.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Although, hold it up to the camera.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, by the way, we've done the gas bags on and off for about a year and a half, 2 years, I guess now.
A little over 2.
Yeah. So we're making this is our second episode back. Doing it from the lovely Jenky Studios here. Shout out Justin Sofro for helping us get this on ESPN Louisville Plus. But we always do a food segment where we sample stuff from a local eatery, or we do the best cheeseburger, the best Lay's potato chip, the whatever.
Yep.
And it was a 2-parter. We did Little Debbie snacks.
33 of them beasts. 33
of those beasts in 2 episodes. And somehow Jenky, Tanner, and I survived. So in honor of the holidays,
we didn't eat anything sweet for a long time.
Oh no! I was even my fat ass was.
Yeah, it was.
I couldn't do anything.
A lot.
Yeah, and we gave all the leftovers to the
station.
The scavengers at the
and
station.
Just set it out and let them go wild.
James Black was double fisting fudge rounds. It was kind of disgusting.
On brand.
Yeah, but I respected it. So we're gonna do holiday Little Debbie's. I had no idea they had this many. So this is the perfect amount. There's 6 of them.
Yep.
So we're going to get started. And while we're doing this...
Now, to a point, there's technically 7. Because it's not a pastry, but they have Christmas cookie ice cream also.
Really? I did not know
Or the Christmas tree ice cream. That's what
Christmas tree ice cream?
Yes, they have Christmas tree ice cream.
All right, so we're starting off with the gingerbread. Frosted gingerbread.
You and I aren't the biggest gingerbread fans.
Not a huge fan of the gingerbread.
Don't hate it, but the fact there's frosting on here and it feels kind of soft makes me think it's not going to suck. So
I'm going to be critical on the frosting immediately.
Okay.
It's weak.
When do you bite first? The head? The arms? Where you go?
I took a leg.
Okay, I went right for the head.
I don't eat a lot of gingerbread, man.
You eat a lot of gingerbread?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really have a pattern.
Yeah, I don't really either.
I mean, as far as gingerbread goes, so
it's not super gingery. I think they kind of dumbed it down, I think, to make it more user-friendly.
Because
a little bit.
I've had some that's been sharp.
Oh, yeah.
Sharp ginger.
Oh, yeah. This has, like, subtle hints of ginger. It's very soft. It's not crummy. It's not, like, crunchy, which I don't know. That might help. I also do kind of like the soft texture of it. The frosting is...
I was going to bite right out of the film with frosting was that and try to give it the best shot.
Frosting is there, but it's not super noticeable.
If you get it all in one bite, it's good.
It's not bad.
But then I got 3/4 of a cookie. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. The frosting is kind of just in the middle.
When we're only 90 calories per cookie.
It's
basically health food.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't taste good.
If you want a low-calorie snack to throw in the kids' lunches or whatever,
90 calories.
Not bad.
Comparatively, if you're running the gauntlet of the rest of them, they're basically all 200-ish.
All hovering around 200. Yeah. Not crummy, not messy. The frosting has little sprinkles that add a little subtle crunch.
Yeah,
which is always good,
I like that.
Which is well known on the Christmas tree cake.
Yep.
Not bad. It's I give it a 6.5.
Mook.
It's not bad. Mookie gonna get some. There we go.
Oh, terrible catch.
Get the knobs. I give it a 6.5.
It's mostly because I don't like gingerbread.
Yeah, but the fact that it wasn't
never
super
be
gingery,
good.
it was fine. I mean, they're fine.
So I think we're gonna go after this one next because also
this is the one I'm most excited about. Show it to the camera.
I want to kind of almost get it out of the way, but it's the white frosted Nutty Buddy.
Nutty Buddy is on my Mount Rushmore.
It's one of the better ones.
I think it came in like third or.
However, I'm worried about the white frosting.
I'm a little nervous too.
Now the nice part about these, and I remember I've had these before.
Yeah.
I remember there is one nice thing about these. They are in singles and they are thinner.
Oh, so nice. So they're not as because I mean the peanut butter Nutty Buddy is kind of a hearty snack.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, even though it's wafers, it has the peanut butter and everything. Show it to the camera. There you go. It's nice and thin. It's not too messy. Little cheers action.
Oh wait, never mind. It's good.
That fucks, as the kids say.
Yep.
I don't know if I like it more than the regular chocolate.
If they did the regular chocolate in this thin version, right? Because see,
120 calories in just one of these old bastards.
Yeah. So the
I'm gonna finish the whole thing though.
The thing that so Reese's, right? Reese's started to do the Reese's stick.
Yeah.
That is like it kind of in direct competition with what the Nutty Buddy is.
Mm-hmm.
This with a chocolate on it would kick the shit out of a Reese's stick. I'm just gonna put that out.
No, I think I agree with you there. Here's something though, because it doesn't have the chocolate, it has that white chocolate, and it's thinner.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make me as thirsty
as
the original Nutty Buddy, and
maybe not nearly as much peanut butter left over to try to get rid of.
Yeah, I don't know. This might be a scalding hot take. I might like these better than the original Nutty Buddies.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's the thinness.
Yeah, it might be the thinness. I don't know how much of it's that white chocolate drizzle.
White chocolate.
Or whatever it is. It's probably just chocolate.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. What's it say on there? Wafers with peanut butter.
It doesn't. Yeah. It's specifically ambiguous.
It's but this is
Deborah McKee is a sneaky one.
We're gonna get her on the show at some
That's
point.
the hope.
Yeah, hopefully. These
and unfortunately we're gonna have to talk we're more than likely gonna have to talk volunteers anything because they're from Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
They're from that's like Chattanooga. I think McKee Foods Chattanooga.
Yeah. That could have been a good segue to get into the basketball game. Let's do one more.
Christmas trees.
Christmas trees. These basically look like holiday cosmic brownies.
And I'm gonna bet that they are.
Yeah.
Which I'm not. I think you like them.
No, you and I were both kind of
simpatico.
Like when we brought up like everyone's favorite Little Debbie's, there was a lot of love for the Cosmic Brownies, and I don't dislike them, but they're just not my favorite. This, by the way, 9.75. This is the Nutty Buddies holiday sticks.
Yeah.
I don't know. What score are you giving it?
9.
9. Yeah.
9.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9.5. I always go a little too high with Nutty Buddies.
9. It's 9 for me.
9.5.
Again, right, I don't like. I don't like extra.
The whole thing.
I don't like cakey brownies, and I don't like overly like next level fudgy brownies, which is what this becomes.
Yeah. Let's see here. Hold up to the camera. There you go. Has a little sprinkles on it.
It's a cosmic brownie.
I like it a little better than cosmic brownie. Maybe it's just because it's the green, which makes me feel like it's a different flavor.
Yeah.
It's solid. It's solid.
It's fine. It has a brownie flavor.
Yeah. I'm not getting as much of the crunch from the sprinkles, which is always
I tried a sprinkle by
part.
itself and it didn't do it.
Yeah. I'll give that 7. 7.5. Not bad.
6.5.
Yeah, it's not bad. They're fine. Christmas tree brownies, not bad. Not bad. All right, so something before we get into basketball, we've knocked out half of our snacks. I think we're in agreement. This is far and away the best.
Yeah, absolutely right now.
The Nutty Buddy, holiday Nutty Buddy.
Yep.
Fantastic. How many calories on the brownie, by the way? 210.
210.
Jesus Christ.
She's dense.
She is a thick bitch.
Yep.
Like, God bless her.
And it like sticks in your mouth too.
Yeah, it is a sticky brownie. Yeah, that could you could in a pinch. This is like breakfast on the go. Like for a really unhealthy holiday breakfast, like you're doing last minute shopping like me.
Yeah,
running
listen,
around. Like you just
let me
need
tell you
something to not pass out at the mall while you're fist fighting somebody over a TV.
You know the difference between you and me for breakfast on the go?
What's that?
I'll microwave my eggs for a breakfast on the go. You're like, I'm gonna eat this brownie.
I'm gonna eat this brownie. This will hold me over to lunch. Yeah,
I'll just 4 eggs, whip them up, and microwave them for a minute and a half, and go at them from there. You're like, I'm gonna eat this brownie, bro.
Sometimes I'm running late. I don't have that minute and a half. I just, I got 10 seconds. So, we wanted to before we get into basketball, last night's basketball game. Which was rough. We brought up something on the take, and you actually were the one that texted it in.
Yeah, I did.
How do we make Blankenbaker a bro? Because I'm not saying he has to be like a bro, like, like a frat bro or something like that, right. Which I think if he was a bro, it would be a frat bro. He screams fraternity to me. Both for the good, and also for the bad.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
6'7", sorry.
I'm betting, and this is just a guess, because he went to MTSU. I'm betting he was an SAE.
I'll have to get confirmation. I'll have to
watch what happens.
I'll have to get confirmation on that. Now, I don't know. I had some friends that were Kappa Sigs, and I had some friends that were SAE.
Well, I'm just talking about just from that university. Like I just happened to because I went to Austin P for a little bit.
Okay.
And let's go P. So there was some rivalry-ish type things that existed. I mean, when you're a small school like that, you didn't have big rivals.
Yeah.
So we MTSU would have been one of them. And if I'm guessing, and it's just a guess, it's an SAE. Wow.
Randomly,
he's had a sweater tied around his neck before.
Oh, I can totally see
for what it's worth.
Yeah, no, I definitely see that. Randomly, a guy.
I think that's more him than the fraternity, but that was the same thing.
Yeah, probably. There was a guy from Austin P that played tight end that tried to sell my parents a timeshare one summer.
Oh, good on him.
He was a super nice guy. Yeah. My family, they didn't buy that timeshare. They bought another one. So
they'd have to call. Did they call what's his name that runs on the station?
Yeah, they did. And
Westlake.
Yeah.
Get Westlake to get. I'm not a lawyer, but I can get rid of your timeshare.
I can get rid of your timeshare. Yeah. Then you didn't get rid of theirs.
But, he's a fucking racket. Is what he is.
He's not a. He's a national sponsor that plays on. So, we can say that.
I came up with that idea as soon as ESPN Plus became a medium, right?
Right.
We were trying to do this. Like I was looking for a way, and the first thing that I found were these mics and a couple, and I knew I could do it with my phone. Finding a way that during football, right? Because Blank is a finest meets it. Of course, he does his show.
Yeah.
At the tailgate. But as soon as the show is done,
he scurries off.
He is at the caboose.
I gotta start using this hand because this hand isn't on the camera.
He
scurries right off to.
He is out.
He gets over to the Diener caboose.
Absolutely, find some meats and cheeses, buddy.
Where there's higher credit scores running around.
Right.
And he mingles with them and busts out a charcuterie board, and then he takes his press pass and goes into the game.
Yeah.
Now I was impressed. He kind of had a quasi bro trip with Rummage and Creighton and the boys and everything. Now I do think he kind of made them Uber to the game. Like he had to get there early because he had to get footage of Mikel Brown sitting on the court, not warming up. So yeah. I don't think he was sitting with the guys in the student section and everything like that. He missed the exit to Buc-ee's, which really, because that could have been a good step in being a bro.
Absolutely.
Like you get some beef jerky with the guys and you continue the road trip. But we were talking about
what kind of energy drink do you buy?
Yeah, right. Like,
hey, are you getting a full-on burrito or are you getting a sandwich?
Yeah, right. Like,
how's this working?
I didn't expect him to necessarily get the barbecue sandwich.
Are you getting beaver nuggets?
Yeah, but something. I kind of wanted him to kind of get,
which is again still,
with the common man. And look, I actually do respect Blank's wine and cheese knowledge. Yeah, and I
it takes effort to know that.
I wanna learn to be a level 1 som in my serving my other life as a server, and that's kind of a New Year's resolution. I want to take the test and everything. And Blank said he could help out with that. He knows a little something about the vino and everything. So I look forward to working with him on that. But at the same time, I want to pull him down.
You got to get him in the dirt.
Get him in the dirt a little bit. Let him live.
Like I said, when this started, I asked. Because I think we can make it happen. It is more of a undertaking than I think some people would be willing to do on a game day. But if everybody involved kind of got tickets, or if they all had press passes or something, and it made it worthwhile to do this, where you go and you do Blank's tailgate,
right?
And then
the Blank experience. Maybe we can auction it for charity,
right? And then at the same time. At the exact same time at the same game, you go do a tailgate like I would do a tailgate.
Right.
Where, maybe there's 3 or 4 fights that happen. Right? Like that's a possibility.
I don't know if we can go to the extreme of him getting into a fist fight. Because I don't want to get
No. I don't think he's going to get in a fist
fight.
But there's going to be some present. He's going to have to navigate the situation.
Yeah, he's going to have to maneuver around carrying his drink so the two guys are swinging.
Yep.
Yeah, and the bouncer has to step in and he has to separate himself from it so the bouncer doesn't chuck him out.
Yep.
But, he gets caught up.
That's the first time I got arrested at a bar. I wasn't even in the fight. It happened to.
It just grabbed you.
Okay, we were at Phoenix Hill, so there's your first. There's where I was 19. So.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Don't worry. There's a police report on it.
Okay.
So, but the fight kind of broke out around me. Like I was standing there, I had my 75-cent Coors Light in my hands, and it just kind of broke out around me. And I was trying to duck out and get out of there. And as soon as I look up, I'm staring a bouncer right in the chest. And he's like, "Come on with me," and I'm like, "I'm just trying to get out of here. I'm literally holding 2 beers, man. They're still full."
Can I finish them?
And then I got hit in they opened the side door right where the little alley was, and the bouncer just steps into me and just puts me out, hits me right in the mouth. I woke up in a cop car.
He didn't even do anything.
I didn't do a damn thing.
He just punched you.
I mean, technically, I wasn't supposed to be there anyway.
Yeah, right.
So, at some degree, I was wrong.
He just decided.
Oh my God! The door opened and there was a fist. I was like, "Oh, that's surprising. Didn't see that coming."
Well, I don't want Blake to get punched as hilarious.
No.
But that would be hilarious. But I don't want that to happen. We were talking about it on the air. What do we do? What we have him go buy a pitcher of beer for the boys?
I think
have him get nachos instead of a charcuterie board.
As far as it would go, I think might be where someone pees on his leg. Right? Like that might be the most extreme. Direct encounter that he has to deal with.
Yeah.
Or maybe somebody throws up on his back.
So he gets some sort of bodily fluid on him. I guess. Oh God, I can only.
Oh no, he's talking about He's got the 75. Did you just say 75 cents Coors Light? Yes.
Yeah.
The 75-cent Coors Light on Wednesdays
God.
at the old, because the Phoenix Hill Tavern's gone.
Oh yeah.
But at the old Phoenix Hill Tavern Wednesday night, 75 cents.
75 cents.
Yep. It was the only night when I would go out to bars that I didn't need to pre-drink to get there. I had enough money to make it. The rest of the time, like Fridays and Saturday nights, if we went out, it was 4 still reserved 24-ounce cans with 4 chili cheese burritos. That way, like
4 and 4. So you would do beer,
I would do
burrito,
beer burrito. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, pace yourself.
Yep.
That's good.
That way, like there was like layers in my stomach.
Yeah. Your stomach was like a really fucked up bean dip.
Yeah.
It just kind of was.
But it worked because I would get to the bar and I would just be like getting into my drunk stage, and then I could get a hold of one drink,
right,
and nurse it, and I would be good. Maybe 2. I might have 2 drinks while I'm out.
So this is the thing. Like, do we have to get blank drunk to be with the boys? Like, I don't want to.
Okay, you don't have to be
sloppy drunk.
Sloppy drunk.
I really want him to do a keg stand. I want him to do a keg stand at the tailgate.
Great rite of passage.
That's a good. We hold up the sheriff's
How many keg
legs.
stands do you think blank has ever done?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think I ever did a keg stand. I was usually the holder.
Oh, okay.
I was usually a holder. Oh, I was a base.
I enjoyed a keg stand.
I was a base. Like I can't remember if I think I probably did.
Keg stand, a good funnel, maybe.
I've done plenty.
Has blank shotgun to beer?
See that maybe that's the baby step. We
But
have him shotgun a beer.
Yep.
And then we have him do a keg stand with the guys. And I know he's going to be like, I have a wife and kids. Like,
your car drives itself, blank. Be quiet.
Yeah, like we'll get you a ride. Like, yeah, like I mean,
Creighton will drive you all the way.
Okay, the only time I've ever experienced a basketball game with blank was when we had the luxury box at the Bucknell game for the KFOV game. That was we had donated food and the box was donated.
The one where you didn't get to go on the floor.
Yeah, I didn't go on the floor. You had to bring that up. Thanks. But yeah. So that was the only time because blank was like finest meats and cheeses. We had some great stuff donated. He came in, and we mingled, and it was a good time. And then he and then he left. But then that's the only time I got to hang out with the sheriff at a game.
Yeah,
like besides seeing him do the pregame show at the tailgate, because the second that gets done, he shows up early. God bless him. He's there. Gets mistaken for Jody. Gets pissed off. Then he goes over to the Diener caboose, and then he goes into the game. And I never see him. Yeah. So like I never get a beer with him or anything like that. And I kind of want to bro out with Blank a little bit.
It almost feels like he's not part of the team. Like there's a difference when you're Drew, right? Because you're the VP.
Yeah, he's got to do VP things.
You've got to do VP things, and even then you've got to. You can engage. You can't directly engage or over-engage to your minions.
Yeah, right.
Right, because you're the VP.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair. Like I almost feel like Drew's the quarterback.
Yep.
But Blank is like the kicker and wants to hang out with the quarterback.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to hang out with like you're a lineman. I'm probably a tight end. Andy's like captain of the defense. He's the linebacker. He's in the trenches. Tulio is, second string like cornerback. I don't know. I'm just making up shit.
What's Strebel do?
Strebel's a lineman.
Yeah,
Strebel's probably like he's probably a center. Yeah, like he
knows more about what's going on than anyone else does,
right.
But he'll never get the credit for knowing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. He's like, yeah. It's one of those things. So I kind of want to see Blank get a little dirty a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
And I have to like on one hand, as hilarious as it would be to see him get the shit kicked out of him in a bar fight, like he has to know that you, me, like we'll protect him.
Right.
Like, and you're a lot bigger than me, so you'll get much more better protection from Jenky. I'll try to talk us out of it and everything like that. But, do we bring him to a strip club? Like, what do we do? Like, how do we get him to bro down with us?
You do it at a game. You do it on his turf where he's happy.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think he shotguns a beer. He does a keg stand. Yeah, we have him eat some meat on a grill. Like, he eats like
like not the finest cuts, like 80-20 burger.
No, yeah, we give him a beer brat. Like
there
he
you
eats
go.
a beer brat, with his hand. Doesn't even have a
bun.
Just rips into it.
There you go.
Like well given a take.
He's got it's still hot, so he's like, Yeah, he's got to sip his beer in the in between.
He's burning the shit out of his hand. But he does one of those things.
Yep, like a dirty, like a dirty human being.
Yeah, like he just gets in the trenches with the boys.
No more being pretty, Blank.
No,
you can't be a model any longer.
No, and you know what? I think he'll get some respect. Like the sheriff. We've said this before, and I've got a theory, by the way. I don't know if you heard it on the Diener show this morning, but there was a little bit of a riff going on with the ticket discussion. Both had good points. I think it's a very good point that Creighton brings up about the disparity in the upper level ticket prices for U of L.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everything. That's a fair point.
Yep.
Drew brought up a fair point.
We're still paying for the Yum Center, so okay.
Well, Drew brought up a good point where he said, like, guys, we keep bringing this up, but we need some data. We got to talk to somebody in the financial department.
Right.
You know, let's do that before we just keep complaining or peeing in the wind about it.
Yeah.
Creighton started the argument.
Yep.
Creighton has established himself, and this is why we think he's the real sheriff on the take.
I mean, he also didn't know that female trainers could go in locker rooms.
That was absolutely legendary sound, possibly sound of the year.
I
mean, that was hilarious, and kudos to Phil for hearing that in Louisville. But
fantastic.
It was incredible. Wow.
What do you mean? Women can be doctors?
That's what Biscuit said when he came on.
Jesus. Fucking world lives everywhere. Women doctors.
Somebody texted in. There was like, Creighton still thinks it's 1968,
right.
But Creighton, to his credit, has been a champion for the people.
No, because he is.
Hey, like we got to make it so that the average Joe isn't getting priced out of these seats. Whereas Blank,
we did it in football,
has the press pass and gets to do those things. Now I noticed this morning, Blank took Creighton's side and brought that up. I think
it's the turn.
I think
he's gonna be a baby face.
He's turning face. He's pretentious Blank. He was a heel for a little while, and now he's gonna get in the trenches with the boys.
Yep.
I think to try to get his badge back,
he's
gonna get in the trenches with the boys.
Absolutely.
A little bit, and I think we got to get him to shotgun a beer and do some other debauchery, eat some meat with his bare hands.
I do think a game situation is where you want to bro him out at. I think it's the best possible way to get him to do it, and I think that football is obviously the best one. But right now we're short on that, so maybe you could get him like instead of going to the Poon to hang out before a basketball game, maybe you could get him like going to Third Street Dive.
Yeah, there you go.
And parking further away and walking to the arena.
He gets a bucket of beer.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, maybe a beer and a bump, okay. In Minnesota, they call a beer and a bump a beer and a shot.
Yeah.
But I know some people might think a beer and a bump is that he's doing some nose candy. I'm not saying we got to get Blank coked out before he goes on. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
I
don't think we need to do that.
No, I don't think.
I don't know that there's a positive that comes out of that.
I mean, I'm all for content, but I don't want a coked out sheriff.
But again, I think it's a good idea. I think we can make it happen.
I think so. I think deep down he wants to bro out a little bit.
You know what?
I think
it has to.
Creighton has brought that out of him.
It has to be a game that he would want to not bro out at. Duke.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Duke game. 100%.
Because that would be the game that you would want to be pretentious at. Duke's
absolutely
pretentious.
Yep.
It's gonna be a ranked matchup. He's gonna want the press pass.
Well, I mean, we hope it's gonna be a fucking ranked matchup.
Yeah, hopefully. And we'll get to basketball.
Let's not.
Actually, let's get to basketball.
Let's not get any more physical fucking teams. That I've heard people say this, and I don't dislike Ali Khalifa, and I don't think it's necessarily a waste, but he is Charmin as it gets.
No, I mean
that he is. If we play a team like Cincinnati, or if we play a team like Arkansas or Tennessee that wants to be rough, wants to be physical, he is useless. Useless in every way. But the problem was last night we needed him to instigate our offense,
right?
Because we didn't have Brown, and then we didn't have him because he's
getting bodied.
Yeah, because he's fluffy toilet paper.
It was. I feel though, to be fair, it wasn't just him. They got nothing.
No. I agree.
Kenai wasn't good. Kaysen wasn't good. I'm worried about Kaysen because I don't know how much more. I know he's still, and we talked about this on Middays with Marcus.
I think you're going to see it with Jaden Quaintz too. You're gonna see.
We'll see.
I said that there's nothing good that comes out from him of him playing. There will be nothing good because he's going to have a 6 to 10 game run where it doesn't look like he belongs there, and it's going to look awful. But NBA people are smart. They know that he's in the process of recovering, and he's going to have to work his way back into it. However, that's not necessarily great for the kid, right? Unfortunately, but they paid him some money, so he's gonna have to show up and try. You're gonna have to give it a shot, buddy. Sorry.
I mean, and if he can put some good
Casey Pryor's got to stop shooting threes.
Well, there's that aspect.
Has to.
That's been really frustrating, and he
needs to turn himself into a slam dunk machine.
And we talked about this on midday.
Become James Scott.
Well, yeah, be a lob threat. Yeah,
just become James Scott.
That'd be block a couple shots.
Yep.
Yeah, and someone texted into middays talking about how the loss of Scott was really felt in the Arkansas and
because he's just athletic and just physically enough, just physical,
yeah, just physical enough,
like right at the cusp of it. He's not going to overbet. He's definitely not going to outbody the guys over at Tennessee.
No,
Carey is a monster. He's a lineman. He's a
big body.
His shoulders were probably 54 inches wide. It's huge. He's a fucking monster.
He did look like an offensive lineman.
Jesus Christ.
I just think that Kaysen wasn't good. Ali wasn't good. And I feel like Ali's getting a lot of the flack. I feel like we've all been pleasantly surprised.
Kaysen's got an excuse
with Sinan Defru. I think he's been better than we thought he was going to be, but he can't do it alone. And the rest of the front court was basically useless playing. I think it combined like 30 minutes, and they had 5 points combined, and not many more rebounds, if that many. Yeah. It was abysmal. So,
I got outbodied. We again, not that this big picture, right? That game doesn't matter. Big picture, that game doesn't matter because if you get into the tournament, right? If you go into the ACC, you do well. You get into the tournament, which if we have let's say we instead of losing 2 ACC games last year, what was it 2?
I think so. Duke
twice.
and
Georgia Tech or something.
They lost to Duke twice. One was in the championship. Yeah, Duke and Virginia.
So you lose 2. So let's say you lose 4. You're still good, right?
Right.
Like you're still probably in. You may not catch a team like Arkansas or Tennessee for the first 3 games.
Yeah, but is your seeding...
you also might catch a team that's like Cincinnati that wants to be like Arkansas, that wants to be like Tennessee, but doesn't have the skill to do it.
Which
we can beat. We proved that.
I'm nervous because I do think the ACC is better this year than it was last year. I've been a little disappointed with NC State. Right now, UNC, UVA, Duke, and Louisville are the only
NC State's going to be fine. They're going to figure this out.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in terms of resume builders.
No. Yeah.
Right now, this is why I do think the Tennessee game does matter a little bit, and so does the Arkansas game, because right now, UK is your best win, and I think I think Kentucky can right the ship if they manage to stay healthy. They get some guys back and everything. That will hold on to be a quad 1 win. I don't know if the IU win will.
Indiana will be a top 3rd Big Ten team.
I don't know if they have the horses to do that.
They'll be a top 3rd.
I don't know about that.
I don't think the Big Ten's very good. Indiana will be a top 3rd Big Ten team. Cincinnati will be a top 3rd Big 12 team. It's my belief.
I don't know.
It's my belief.
I mean, your lips to God's ear. That helps the resume a little bit, but
right.
They didn't have a great non-con last year, and it bit him in the ass. And then you got Creighton as the opening game.
I don't think something like that happens again. I think we may not be. We won't be like an 8 or a 9 seed. We'll probably end up as like a 5 or a 6, but that still puts us in a much better matchup and a much better run. And again, like I said, you could end up playing a team like Cincinnati again, who wants to play physical but doesn't have the horses to compete with you. And that's what we got to hope for.
They made adjustments.
Whereas a physical team like Arkansas, a physical team like Tennessee, we don't have the horses to put them on the ground. They showed us that we don't.
Well, that's the thing that makes me worried. Like Andy's whole take, like to open the show today, was, is this Louisville's poison pill? When a team can outbody them, can fight through screens, can challenge shots. I mean, they had no answer. I mean, it's. But I don't want to go back to live by the three, die by the three. But when they're getting contested looks,
right?
And you don't have Mikal Brown, who I was very impressed with Adrian Woolley.
But you can't change your whole scheme because you don't in one game.
Right.
You can't, because I think they were hoping he was going, and all this kind of came. So you can't just make massive adjustments now because it's not an injury that's going to keep him from coming back. Now, if it was, hey, listen, his shoulder's done, he's not coming back because we got to protect this kid. Okay, I got it. Now we need to figure it out. But we weren't there. So we got to play this way. We're going to we get clobbered in the head this time. And we hopefully take some learning around some of the players that should have been able to step up and simply did not.
Well, I mean, and I know Isaac McNeely also got a lot of strays and everything like that. It was frustrating, and I'm not making excuses because Mikal Brown wasn't out, but it did hurt a little bit. He's a bit long body. He's good on both sides of the ball. He helps out with defense. And also, he's just a bucket getter where I feel like, I mean, their biggest stretch last night, they went on a 5-0 run. Tennessee had a cut, didn't have any crazy runs. They pieced together, I think, 2 8-point runs and a 7-point run.
After we got into it last year, you watched Chucky become the guy, the run stopper on the other team.
That's what I'm saying. I felt like Mikal last night could have helped stop the bleeding a little bit. Like, that's the only difference. I'm not saying, because he hasn't been shooting especially great, but he can get to the basket. You give him a modicum of space,
he'll get fouled.
He can get to the basket.
And
that was another thing.
He's a high-level free throw shooter.
It was a 10-point disparity at the charity stripe last night, and that's indicative that they're not getting to the hoop and drawing fouls, in addition to not hitting them. So it was a frustrating thing. I still think Louisville's really good. We had Rob Doster on today on the take. Check that out on the podcast center, ESPNLouisville.com. He still has a high ceiling for U of L, despite the losses to Arkansas and Tennessee.
Robbie had asked who has the ability to be a bruiser and not get fouled out in the game. Right now, you would hope that Zugris could figure that out.
I think that's what we were all hoping for.
I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got the basketball acumen to be physical and not foul.
That's what we said on middays today. It still seems like he's adjusting to the college game a little bit
because he's a monster too.
No, he's very strong. And that dunk at the end I thought was good in the sense that it kind of quieted the crowd because they were kicking at Louisville's ass. They had 2 back-to-back alley-oops, and he just kind of put a punctuation mark on it. I know it didn't do much window dressing, but it was kind of like a, hey, we're still here.
I agree.
But we'll see. We'll see what Louisville can do. We are the Gas Bags. He's Jason Jenkins, Jenky, your boy. I'm Nick Valvano at Nicky Vestman on Twitter. We're going to wrap up the show with a couple more Little Debbies. And what are we going to start off with here? We have
muffins.
Yep. The Christmas mini muffins.
Yep.
All right, you crack that open. I'm getting more water. We've enjoyed our first 3. This one, the Nutty Buddy, North Pole Nutty Buddies, far and away the best. These weren't bad. The Christmas tree brownies, basically a holiday cosmic brownie. And the frosted gingerbread, man. Nice little additions to a lunch. Maybe if you make a gingerbread house. I see you have a gingerbread house over
there. Yeah, the little one there, the ginger.
It's very much a ginger house.
The ginger
gingerbread house.
Built it. Yeah. They did it at school.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yep.
I think I have a gingerbread football stadium that I've had for 2 years that I haven't made.
Yeah.
Just sitting in the box.
Okay, got it. It's not built and just hanging out.
Yeah, no.
So typical of the muffin, right? Looks like it, like the chocolate chip muffins and stuff like that. Very good.
Yeah.
And it's vanilla, so it's tough for it to be not vanilla and not good.
Yeah, and it has the little floral pattern, as you can see there, the red and green.
Yeah, the little Christmasness,
little confetti action.
Yeah. It's good.
This is an 8.
Yeah. I mean, it's exactly what you think it would be. It's just decorated in Christmas colors.
Yeah.
Buttery vanilla. Listen, anything with butter on it gets a check mark from me, okay?
100%.
It is
I would wholeheartedly concur with that one.
That consistency, because that's not a regular. I don't think that's a regular muffin consistency. That's unique to those.
Okay, see, that's the other thing I kind of wanted. Like, these weren't great, but they are a holiday special.
Correct.
Like, these were okay, but it was basically a cosmic brownie. Yeah. These were outstanding, but it did have a little bit of a difference with the holiday, the thinner, the different icing pattern. I feel like you should get points
again.
For something
120
different.
Calories on a Nutty Buddy is like basically, again, it's basically health food.
Yeah, exactly right.
That and a carrot are the same thing. Equals.
But I feel like you should be getting some acknowledgement for doing something special for the holidays.
I agree
a little bit, like
which I think what we're about to do is.
Yes.
And
okay. Is this
This is the cherry cordial.
Okay. Now, what's different than this from the regular cherry cordial? Anything?
I don't know that they do cherry cordials regularly. I don't think so.
I can't remember. Maybe this is just
so. Like for me, like cordial cherries, like in the box.
Yeah.
You know, like the ones with the fucking frosting on the inside that never is really solid.
Yeah.
But it's a little cherry in it. Queen Anne does a ton of them, right?
Yeah.
Queen Anne's like the label, right? But so like, as a kid growing up, my mom and my dad loved cordial like this. And like that was actually, we had so much cherry cordial, like homemade, like the brand homemade cherry cordial ice cream in the house. I think it gave my dad diabetes just by itself.
I didn't mean to laugh.
I think it specifically
that breakdown was just like, it's a fantastic treat. Gave my dad diabetes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I guess could be a glowing endorsement of it. Like, I guess.
No, it's so good. It is my favorite ice cream.
Cherry cordial.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yep.
Okay. Cheers. All right, here we go. Cherry cordial.
So the chocolate, the bottom of the chocolate's got like the snap to it almost.
Yeah.
Well,
it's pretty light and fluffy, almost like a moon pie a little bit.
there you go.
Yeah.
There's the flavor of that.
Yeah, it's like a cherry moon pie.
Yeah.
There's a little cross section, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge cherry fan. I got to be honest, but this is good. It's not overpoweringly cherry. So I kind of like it, but if you're a cherry fan, like it sounds like you are,
Yeah, absolutely.
you probably think it's lacking a little bit in cherry.
No, it's perfect.
Okay, because I kind of like it.
It's the right amount.
It's got good texture. That snap on the bottom.
Yep. I think
Pretty
it's
solid.
a well executed treat
This is pretty good.
from the McKee family bakery because they're putting that on the box now. I never noticed that.
Oh, really? The McKee family.
Yep.
Shout out to the McKees.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Deborah McKee.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's little Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sees the picture.
Pretty good. I mean, like I said, I'm not a cherry fan. Texture's good. Flavor's good. Cream's good. I give that a 7.5, which is, I think, higher than the Cosmic Brownie or the Christmas Tree Brownie and the gingerbread. That is below the muffins and the Nutty Buddies, which are awesome.
So the Nutty Buddy was a 9.2 on the cherry cordial.
Really, really, you do love cherries, like
that. It tickles my tongue.
The lingering cherry flavor is just enough. It is good. If I just like cherries more, it would be higher.
Yeah.
But it's a 7. It's a 7.5. It's good.
Yeah.
Like it's right in the middle of the pack right now.
Now it's the standard.
The standard. This is
what all things are measured against.
This is the GOAT. I mean, I without even taking a bite, it's probably going to be 9.75, 10, if you will.
It's almost perfect.
And remember what I said about doing something different for the holiday. This is basically a zebra cake. But the addition of the sprinkles.
Sprinkles, the crunch.
The little crunch, which makes it festive, but also changes it.
It almost looks like glass shards. They're so good. They're so sparkly.
So sparkly.
Nope.
9.75.
Yeah.
This is my favorite Little Debbie snack. The Christmas tree is it's my favorite.
It's probably number. God, that zebra cake roll was so good.
I love strawberry. I like the strawberry.
Yeah, the strawberry shortcake.
And they're only 79 cents.
And fudge rolls. Or fudge rounds.
Yeah, which is basically their Swiss cake roll, right?
No, the fudge rounds.
Yeah, those are good.
That was again like we talked about. I grew up, our neighbor was the Little Debbie delivery man. So we could go over there and I'd give him $1 and he'd give me 4 boxes.
How are you not like 600 pounds?
Oh.
Like, you're like yoked. Seriously, how were you not just like?
Thank you, Army.
Yeah.
Like you've seen my son.
Yeah. He's svelte, in good shape. Baseball athlete.
That's what I looked like. Now he's 6. That's what I looked like when I was probably 18.
Okay.
Because I didn't know anything about lifting weights. Like we didn't engage in that in the same way that he's engaged in it now.
Right.
But like that's identical. It's exactly what I look like. You know, my wife will tell you that that's what she remembers. I'll be like.
Who she remembers. And then good old Uncle Sam show him the pythons a little bit.
I'm large enough. I'm a solid. I'm a 6'2", 240 guy, and I know I've got to. I believe there aren't a lot of 6'2", 240 guys with right at a 36-inch waist. That's I have a good V on me. I'm not ripped. I'm not lean. I don't have just like bulging abs, or I don't have that serratus muscle that
is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought it was a fat roll.
No, the serratus muscle
the little. I know what you're talking about.
That Rocky, God bless.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't remember. Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, that serratus muscle that he has. I don't have. I don't have that. I'm not that lean because you know what? I'll eat 6 Little Debbies in a sitting.
Yeah. I got the.
But I have to go to the gym all the time. Like I have to.
Yeah. See, I can't talk I can't complain because I can't remember the last time I worked out. So. Another New Year's resolution.
I'll do it. I go first thing in the morning. I'll be at the gym at 6.
God, can people work out at midnight? Like when I want to work out? Like
yeah, it's 24-hour gyms.
I just all my friends that are in good shape. You, Coach Leibs, are all like doing 6 a.m. workouts, and I just
you can always go to bed early. Just thought,
all right, slow down. Like, come on.
I get that you're a restaurant guy, so that like that.
It's like, come on.
God, that thing's so good though.
That's a goated. It's a goated cake. I don't know if it'd be my favorite. It probably is my favorite, but there's other ones that could give it a run. But it is 100% on my Mount Rushmore.
It's top 5.
It's so good.
100%.
It's an outstanding cake. All right. We've gone about an hour and a half, so we will, I think, bid everybody adieu.
Yeah.
For Tanner Bertomesso, who wasn't with us tonight.
He'll be back. We promise. We didn't do anything to him.
No. He was working the Bellarmine game. I'm Nick Valvano. He is
Jason Jenkins.
Yes, and we are the Gas Bags, and we hopefully will be seeing you before Christmas. If not, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays,
if
Happy
everything
Hanukkah.
Works out next Tuesday.
Yeah, hopefully, we can do join you guys next Tuesday.
You were told buy her that ring. No more Zen pouches. Buy her that ring. It just means more.
It's a fair point. All right, we'll say goodnight to everybody.
Don't get engaged during Christmas.
No.
Just don't do it.
Yeah, no.
Or Hanukkah.
No, it's in the works. I promise. I promise it's in the works. But we appreciate you guys watching. Shout out to Justin Sofero and all the folks at ESPN Louisville for letting us.
Thank you guys so much
for letting us be a part of your evening. And you are watching ESPN Louisville Plus. We'll see you down the road.